Speak with Missouri Senator Josh Hawley about the shooting death of Kirk. Hawley called Kirk a friend and recalled visiting his church in Arizona. He says he hopes this tragedy makes Americans really reevaluate what's important to them.
We got to get back to what we really believe in. And our partisan political differences, they're not that important. What's a heck of a lot more important is the truth, and is a relationship with God, and is our families. Those are the things we really believe in together, we love together. We need to put those at the center of our lives, and even at the center of our political conversation. Those ought to go first.
Senator Hawley added that lawmakers need to condemn violence anytime and anywhere it is seen.